Hey, my MAFS fan, we got another episode to talk about. Boy, we had one overbearing cousin in this episode again. One of our brides got 13 dogs, and we get a little bit of a freaky garter dance from one of our grooms. Welcome back to Romance Review TV. It's Lady T. I got another recap for you guys. Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode number 3, Music City Matrimony. And without any further ado, let's talk about these weddings. So we finally reached a point where all of our couples have said I do and are officially in the process of getting to know one another in this particular episode. And then, of course, the episode will wrap up the wedding ceremonies, delve into the receptions, meetups, families, and friends, and then the next phase of the social experiment process. So let's go ahead, jump into this, and break it all down. So, starting with Jasmine and Aerys, despite reservations from his cousin Felina, Aerys was like, nope, I'm doing this, even though she didn't give him his support, and takes the spot at the end of the aisle just in time for our gorgeous girl Jasmine to walk down the aisle and meet with him. Now, they both are smiling as they take the sight of each other in, and then, of course, as we start the ceremony, there's all these prepared notes from their family revealing Aerys' problem with communication and the protective nature of Jasmine's sisters, but the two of them have eyes for each other. They recited their vows, exchanges their I do's, and then the new couple capped off the ceremony with a traditional kiss before leaving the altar for a quiet conversation together. Now, while the vibes are mostly good, Aerys grows concerned when Jasmine brings up that she has not only 4 dogs, but breeding 9 additional dogs at her house because she breeds golden doodles. Now, when it comes to Jasmine, she's worrying about his potential only child syndrome since Aerys doesn't have any siblings. Now, these seems like small hurdles, I assume, though, for the two of them who kind of hit it off quite early on. And then finalizing the weddings was Dominique and McKinley, who prepare for their ceremony with their friends and their family. Now, while Dominique's family and friends are nervous for her, even though she says she wasn't nervous, McKinley is nervous that he wasn't specific enough about his dream girl, but that worry soon faded once he eventually saw his bride. Now, as final preps are made, and Dominique had her sparkly boots to fit the whole Nashville vibe before taking the big leap of faith and marrying a stranger. And McKinley was waiting nervously at the end of the aisle as his bride arrived, and it looked like he had a sigh of relief once he saw her coming down the aisle. Dominique and McKinley exchanged their vows, they exchanged their rings, and also their I do's, and then, of course, they shared a kiss that McKinley asked permission for. Now, once they head back down the aisle and they get a chance to have a moment alone together, McKinley and Dominique discuss how long they've been in Nashville. He admits he came here to find love and worries that he's too old for her, as he's being 34 and she's just 25. The other thing is she going to be concerned about the fact that he's living with his friends, and Dominique reassures her new husband that she wanted someone older and more mature. However, she don't remember his name.
His name is, oh God, the uploading list. McKinley. Help me out. McKinley. God.
Well, we've seen the previews on these two, and it's not looking good at all. So maybe her not remembering his name is a sign of things to come. Okay, it is photo time. Now, all of 5 pairs have been committed to the experience of being married at first sight. It's time for the photo sessions with friends and families, which could be a little bit awkward, but they all seem to take it all in stride. Now, we did see with Nicole, however, she's worrying that if she's touching Chris too much. As for McKinley and Dominique, it's a little strained at first, but ultimately they do warm up to one another, with her admitting that she finds her husband handsome. The receptions kick off next as the couples continue to talk and go through the traditional proceedings of the evening. Clint and Gina speculate about where the honeymoon will be, predicting a potential stint in the Bahamas. Now, this leads her to ask if he can still sail there, and Clint reassures Gina that he can sail anywhere. However, he wasn't too fond of her talking business. As for Aerys and Jasmine, they actually said grace before digging into their food as they discuss what their day-to-day schedules are going to look like. And of course, he brought up those dogs. He is more concerned as she reveals that she's caring for the 9 puppies on top of the 4 dogs she already has. Meanwhile, with Kirsten and Shaquille, they're building a rapport about joking about food and drinks. Now, when the family and friends clink their glasses to indicate they should kiss, they avoid it as she didn't kiss him at the altar, and Shaquille doesn't force it. However, Kirsten did give an opinion about Shaquille, which I was surprised.
Right now, in the past, I was very particular and picky of who it is and what I'm looking for. So far, so good. He's educated, check mark. He's family oriented, check mark. Okay, I see you. I see what you're doing.
So I guess it seems that she's warming up to him and got past the bald head. However, with Shaq, it looked like he absolutely adores Kirsten.
It's just who she is. She's outgoing, fun, a boss, educated. The experts did a great job of matching us.
However, Kirsten does give a reason why she didn't kiss Shaq at the altar.
It was a little off-putting a little bit that he didn't ask to kiss me. You know, I have high expectations, and I came into this hoping my husband asked if he could kiss me.
I guess we'll see if they can make it to their first kiss. As for Nicole and Chris, they both talk a lot, which she thinks is good, but they need to find like a common groove before it's smooth sailing on that front. And while the party continues, friends and family give their speeches. We have cake cutting. Then we can't forget about the bouquet tosses and garter retrievals. And during that moment, Shaquille got bold and sexy and gave his new bride a little bit of a lap dance to impress. Impressive. Okay, Shaq, I see you. Let the grilling begin, especially with these interrogations. First starting off with Shaq as Kirsten's bridesmaids who want Shaq to prove himself. While everything he says sound good, they admit that they're a little bit hesitant on giving him full approval.
You want her?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right words. It could be politician actors. We don't know. Oh, we have to. I'm still. You got those support over here. The faces here, the teeth are white and they're
We're not gonna go all in. We're not gonna full pat on the back, take her and guard her heart and protect. No, he is a stranger. We can't forget that. We kept it cute today for him, but he will be in the hot seat tomorrow. And we go grill him like a rack of barbecue ribs.
I'm on thin ice with you.
Yeah, your hair look thin, like paper razor thin.
Ooh, I know he felt like a barbecue piece of chicken. Anyway, next up was Dominique chatting with McKinley's mom and sister, who note that they wish he had more of a traditional courtship, but they're supportive. However, Dominique brings up something that she's most concerned about.
I was really nervous about meeting the family. You know, like, I didn't have any, like, specifications on race, you know, or anything like that, but while growing up in the South, it has kind of been, like, a bigger hurdle for me, and those type of things do weigh heavy on my heart, and so, like, I really just want to be, like, accepted for who I am.
I think you're lovely, and yes, but it's hard being married.
It's hard.
Boy, if looks could kill McKinley's mom, I tell you. As for McKinley, he chats with Dominique's mom, who mentions the concern about race and acceptance into his white family, and he tries to reassure her that she will always be accepted, but she got other concerns outside of that.
Like, we all met people that we thought were nice. Like, everybody that you meet, oh my God, he's so nice. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer was nice, okay? Like, every mass murderer or whatever is always nice. So, of course I'm concerned. Like, definitely, like, got my eye on him.
Ma'am, you knew what you signed your daughter up for, which was marrying a stranger. Now, as for Aerys, he gets to know Jasmine's bridesmaids, who can admit that she can be a little spotty with her communication, as she likes to avoid confrontation. But the red flags are raised for them when Aerys reveals that he never lived with a woman before. On the flip side, Felina shares her concerns along with his mom to Jasmine, who is upfront about the fact that she can be stubborn sometimes, but that she is ready for this latest commitment in her life. And she says it sounds like pageant answers. Now, Gina's bridesmaids ask Clint what makes him worthy of her, and he says that he's learned from the past experience he's had and is hopeful that he has what it takes to build something long-term and enduring. Now, as for the wedding night conversation, Nicole chats with her bridesmaids about all of the positives with Chris so far, while he continues to get grilled by her father.
Treat my daughter. For sure. I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in this whole process. The concern, of course, is who is this person going to be? Are you a criminal? Are you a scam artist? Are you just, a bad person?
No father raises his child who's close to his child and says, you know what? I think you should grow up and meet some guy that you don't have any idea about, and basically you don't even know his family. So in an arranged marriage, you usually know the family. We didn't know anybody. It's a total leap of faith.
Ultimately, it would be actions that speak louder than words when it comes to winning her family over. But Chris is going to give it a try. So now, as the couples are on their way out, Nicole and Chris are the first to get ready for bed. They got real comfortable in their pajamas before jumping into the plush oasis where they share some kisses. And who knows, will things go further with these two, or will it pretty much be a quiet first night with these two? So we gotta stay tuned, but so far, Chris and Nicole is my favorite couple because they're really gelling together very well, and the two of them look very, very promising. Also, when it came to Aerys and Jasmine, who pink Corvette was that? That was pretty nice. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. What do you think about all of our couples that are finally married? How do you think Aerys is going to be able to deal with 13 dogs? And then what about the whole situation with Kirsten and Shaq? Is he going to eventually ask her for a kiss? Because she ain't kissing him until she gets the question from him. So I hope you enjoyed this recap. Stay tuned for other recaps on this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Bye.